I read that you said the team went a bit backwards in that game after such good progress against Huddersfield. How disappointed were you with that result on Saturday?
Yeah, I was disappointed with the result, as were our supporters, as were our players, because I felt that we made a positive step forward against Huddersfield. You know, at the same time, not get carried away about what we did at Huddersfield. It wasn't a fantastic performance. It was good. It was a positive move from us, and I think particularly after the first half performance against Leicester, it was a step backwards. But that's not to say that around the corner I don't see a positive performance.
And Manchester United also lost at the weekend, so is this a great time to play them after that, or is it sort of bad timing? Is there also, like you, wanting to be bouncing back?
Well, we're all really looking forward to this game, and I'm glad a game's come quickly, because it's often a good way to put aside a performance that you're not particularly happy with. This is obviously a separate competition, a competition that we want to do well in. We're playing at home. It's a one-off evening. You've got to give your very best to try and progress, and we're looking for a good response after not such a pleasing performance at the weekend.
Will you make many changes tomorrow evening? Will other players be given an opportunity as well?
Yeah, there are going to be some changes, some players that deserve their opportunity, and this is a good time to do it.
And in terms of how you set up tomorrow, will it be much different to how you've been set up in the Premier League?
Well, I'm not going to reveal the system at the moment, but the last couple of days I've fed back to the players about the performance and the areas that we need to improve on, and there were a lot of areas that are very, very clear, but I think a number of things that we can resolve fairly quickly. And then, today focusing on Manchester United, what we think that they'll do, and what's the best thing for us to do in order to try and do well in the game.
How important for you and your players is it to have a good cup run? Is that a priority this season?
We want to do well in the competition. I've said this before, we're not playing in Europe, so we don't have massive fixture congestion. We're playing mostly weekends with the odd game here and there during midweek, so we welcome the game and we're looking forward to it.
And just away from tomorrow night for a second, Gylfi Sigurdsson obviously left the club in summer for that big fee. What do you make of his start at Everton so far this season?
Well, I haven't seen all of Everton games, so it's difficult to comment in lots of detail. I've seen bits here and there, a little bit of the game yesterday, and it's not always the case that when someone moves to another club they're tearing it up straight away. Gylfi's obviously finding his feet there. He's a very good player. I'm sure he'll work it out.
Thank you, Paul.
Problem.
Paul, you say you will make changes tomorrow. Is Wilfred Boney going to be fit for a start?
No, he won't be.
So your attacking options, are they limited, would you say?
No, there's I think there's lots of options. We've got if I could talk about the players that didn't start the game, we've got Dyer, we've got Routledge, we've got McBurney. They're all up for contention. Not saying that that's going to be the start in the starting side, but there is competition in those places.
Do you have to pick your side for tomorrow, bearing in mind you've got another Premier League side? You've got Arsenal away on Saturday. No,
not at all. Not thinking about Arsenal, Rob. Just thinking about this game. Want to put a team out that's competitive and have the best chance of progressing into the next round, but also to give some players opportunity that haven't had so many starts, and I think they deserve a chance as well.
Does Roque Mesa come into that?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, Roque is one player that I've told already he's going to start the game tomorrow. He's looking forward to it. He's obviously been out the last two squads. The first one was disappointing for him, but then we won that game. So the only change that I did was to bring in Sanchez because Fer was forced on me with suspension. So he missed out that week again. Obviously, there's a lot of speculation about why that is, but it was because of what happened the weekend before, and I kept things very similar. But now he deserves a chance in the team, and some people have questioned why is he not in the team. He made one mistake, and why is he not in the team? And that wasn't the reason he wasn't in the team. He's still getting up to speed with things. He's been training hard. He's ready for a start.
Because he's quoted in the Spanish press today as admitting it hasn't gone as well as he would have wanted so far. And then he just throws in, well, maybe I'll have to look at things in a couple of months. He's got no thoughts of return at the moment. Do you see that he has a long-term future at Swansea City?
Yeah, absolutely. But that will be very much judged on, how he performs over time, and that's the same with all players. They sign contracts. In his case, a long-term contract, and we want him here for that period. But at the same time, it's the opportunities are going to be there, and him and other players have to take their opportunities.
And with him, is he the sort of player who you expected would take time to settle, given the role that he plays?
Yeah, and I've said that before as well. And yeah, the kind of player he is, knowing the style and culture that he's come from, I understand the Liga and the intensity of that league compared to this league. It's very different. He is making gradual adjustments to his game, and I'm sure we're going to see some of those things tomorrow.
You said before, the one area you're not short of backup and strength is in that midfield. I think you mentioned yourself 8 midfield players. Do they all have to come into the mix now, or is Leon okay after going off at half-time?
Yeah, all the midfielders are okay, with the exception of Renato. Renato came off because of an injury to his thigh. It wasn't the same one that he injured when he was with the national team, so that's going to keep him out for this game, possibly at the weekend as well.
And Leon was just tactical?
Yeah, I felt that the way we played and we needed to get back in it. It was a tactical change. Yes, we do have a lot of competition in midfield. It's also down to those players in midfield to stake their claim to play every week. And at the moment, I'm seeing some inconsistency in performances, not just in midfield, throughout the team. We need to start finding a more consistent level as a team, and the players need to start finding more consistency as individuals.
Manchester United, is there ever a good time to play them? But in the light of what happened to them on Saturday, are you expecting Jose to feel maybe a different side of what he would have done had they won at Huddersfield?
I said that when we went into the Leicester game that we have to be not wary of Leicester. That wasn't what I meant. We have to be, when a team comes to you, you always have to expect that the best version is coming to you, because if you don't, then you're not prepared well mentally. So that was the point I made before Leicester, and Leicester came and played well. They played a good game. Now, was that because we didn't play particularly well, especially defensively in the first half? Yeah, maybe. When Manchester United come now, we have to expect a really good Manchester United to come. Because if you don't, you're vulnerable. We've played them obviously recently in the league. It turned out to be quite a heavy defeat, but the performance was very different to that. And I remember the game being very tight till around 78, 79 minutes. We're going to have a strong defensive performance and still believe that we can create some chances tomorrow.
Is Klukas in the same bracket as Messi, do you feel, taking time to settle?
Yeah, a little bit, and conversations that I've had with Sam are, the reasons that we brought him here, because he's a good player, obviously. He knows this league, he knows this level. He has a lot of versatility, but we don't want that versatility to become a hindrance, because you can end up being, not so good at any one thing. He is a good player. What I'm conscious with him in, let's try and nail down a position for him.
And you mentioned McBurney earlier. He does appear to know where the goal is, but it's a question of whether he can transfer that to the higher level from under 23s, would you say? Yeah,
absolutely. Over the last last season and the period that he's played this season, I mean, he shouldn't be playing under 23 football. That's the fact. He should be out on loan, but because of an administrative error, he's back with us, and we got a lot of competition in the forward positions. But he has got on with his job. He's gone back into the under 23s and he's scored goals, and he will be involved in the squad tomorrow.
And just on the home form, in some ways, fans always get more worked up if they're not seeing their team win at home than if your results had switched and you were getting the away points at home, if you see what I mean. You thought you'd gone over the hoodoo at home, but clearly it was back again on Saturday. What is it about playing at home, do you think?
That's a good question. I think in this current climate, we're lacking a little bit of confidence at home. I don't blame the supporters for that at all. It's down to us. And I said to the players this morning when we met, there won't be anybody outside of this room, and at the time it was me and the technical staff and the players that will sort out the performances. It's down to us to do that. And when we perform at the level that we're capable of, offensively, defensively, individually, then our crowd, I'm sure, will get more excited about what they're seeing on the pitch. It's down to us to perform better.
All the best.
Okay, Rob. Okay.
Thank you very much.